All right, we did it. Week 10. I can't believe we're here. Last week of the regular season. As you see here, we have our Coal Cracker of the Year presented by ET Trophy Shop. We're going to be naming those two players later, one on offense, one on defense. That is going to be kind of an unsung player, which are integral for any football team, for any team. But before we get to that, Blue Mountain, it's one of those things you just want to pretend it never happened, but it did. They were really good. They were physical up front. They had speed. They kicked us in the mouth, and that's got to sit for another year until we play them again. But is there any positive that came out?
Well, it's, you work at it, you try to get better every week. You never want to lose to your rival, especially like that. We have work to do as a program, obviously. That's certainly a measuring stick for us, and the bottom line is we didn't get it done, and it's over and we're moving on.
It's kind of the same story because it was 7-0 with 3 minutes to go in the half, and then it's 21-7. You blink, and then that's tough. That's tough going into a half, and I think they got the ball right for the second half.
Yeah. You move on from it.
Yeah.
That's we have North Schuylkill this week, and bottom line is we got to get better. We know we have to get better, and the bottom line is we can't do anything about the past. We got to do what we have to do going forward.
So before we move on, I just want to thank our sponsors. ET Trophy Shop has all of your trophy needs. It's fantasy football season, so you might want to stop in there, make sure that you have your trophy for the end of the year all squared away. You don't want to be caught last minute. March Lutz Advisors, make sure to give Darren a call with any of your financial planning concerns. Also, without a doubt, had the biggest biceps in Rotary Little League history, so that is an important fact that everybody should know. LVHN, where setbacks become comebacks. Nothing is more evident than my son who went up there with a bump on the head. A week later, he is good to go. Penn Star Stone and Concrete, you name it, and they'll add stone to it. Phoenix Rehab, I don't need to remind you guys how they got me back to fighting shape, and I think I'm confident in saying that I will be ready for Turkey Bowl. Wiener Iron and Metal, they have all your recycling needs. If you have any cans or anything laying around, take it down there. I took a ride there a couple weeks ago, got some walking around, change in my pocket. Juliet Bridals, am I biased? Yes, that is my mom. She has all of your bridal, tuxedo, formal needs. She also offers alterations, which I know a lot of people are always looking for. So if you need some pants hemmed, a shirt brought in, it is all about the fit. Just a word to the wise there. It doesn't matter what you're wearing, it's how you're wearing it. So make sure you pay her a visit if you're in need of any of that. So again, thank you to all our sponsors. Without you, this isn't possible. I said last week, Pottsville doesn't like Blue Mountain probably as much as they don't like us. I feel like North Schuylkill doesn't like us more than we don't like them. But what is the key? You mentioned Miller is probably going to be the best player you play all year.
Yeah.
How do you neutralize that?
I feel like he is. I feel like he's the best player we've seen. Tremendous speed, very good football player. Every time he touches the ball, he does something electric with it, which is really, really tough to handle when you have a guy like Caden Mango, who's a 3-year starter, who also has the ability to run. He likes to throw the ball downfield, like they like to take downfield vertical shots. But being an O-line guy, what makes them really special, I think, is our front guys. Aiden Zilker, he leads it all. He's going to Temple, and it's a long time after the fact when I was there, and good to see another, Schuylkill County co-region kid down there and playing for Casey Keeler for the next few years. He'll have a wonderful experience, but there's physical size up front. 3 300-pounders, extremely athletic 300-pounders, all have a college attention. Extremely physical football team, we know that. They're getting ready for their playoff run, and they're priming up. And I think the way they're playing football right now, they're as good as any team in AAA. I believe that, including Northwestern. They have a lot to look forward to moving forward. And for us, it's a weekly fight. It's a weekly fight to find ourselves, a weekly fight to improve as a program. It's a weekly fight to develop our younger players so we can move forward in a positive way, and that's part of the game. We're in that struggle right now. They're at the other side of that struggle. Coach Hall does a great job. He's been there for a number of years. So very passionate fan base. great atmosphere for our Friday night football game, and a great challenge for our young men to be able to come here at home on senior night and hopefully put together our best game of the year in all three phases, because that's what it's going to take.
Yeah, and last week, beautiful night. I mean, just an absolute perfect Fall Friday. This is shaping up to be another perfect Fall Friday for seniors. If you do listen to this show beforehand, or if a parent's listening, it is a special night. This could be your last game on this field, and that's something not to take lightly, and to really savor every minute of it. And the seniors have been with the program for 4 years, so it's the passing of a torch of some sort. So that's really important.
Sure, and our kids, they continue to compete. They continue to have great practices. You really judge a team by how they continue to stay with it and play for one another. And we've had a lot of bad things happen, and one lesson that our guys are learning and have to continue to learn is how to bounce back from misfortune. We're playing a really good football team tonight. A lot of things are not going to go our way. Can we erase what happened on the last play and move forward to the next play? Luke Miller's going to make plays. Caden Mangel's going to make plays. That's high school football. Can we make them drive the field and not let them score quickly? Can we answer when they do score with a drive of our own, where we put some points on the board? And all those things are the lessons we're really teaching in high school sports. These kids are all going to move on to bigger, better things, whether it's college or the workforce or the military service, and they're going to have bad things happen, bad things in their lives. And this has been week after week, it seems like a lot of opportunities to teach these kids what life's going to be like and how to be resilient and bounce back. And tonight's another opportunity for us to put on the uniform, put on the helmet, come out here in Veterans Stadium and give it our best effort. And that's what high school sports is about. That's what my job is about, to problem solve and to give kids a big picture, to show them there's light at the end of the tunnel. And we're winding down in this season, but we're not done yet. We still have fight left in us, and it's going to be how we remember the seniors. We talked about yesterday is how we compete this week and next week. We put it all on the table for one another. Is the culture bigger than their individual feelings? And that's all the battles that we talk about every day and we fight. And it's certainly been challenging. I've had 15-0 seasons, and I've had a 1-9 season, and this is closer to the back end low, sitting here at 3-6 than the highs. But I understand that. I know we'll have another shot as a program, but these seniors only have tonight, and they only have next week.
Now, Coach, mentioned the awards. My cousins, they bought ET Trophy Shop, and one of the first things they said was, we want to give away an award. So they came up with this beautiful trophy. You've touched it. This is something you're going to have in your living room 40 years from now, 50 years from now, telling your grandkids. But it's the ET Trophy Coal Cracker. And what that symbolizes is, maybe not the star player, but when you look at the coal miners who worked in the mines, it was a thankless job. They were in the dark. They didn't get a lot of publicity, but they were the ones who kind of kept that engine moving. So I talked to you throughout the year, like, hey, keep in mind someone, offensively and defensively who's getting it done at practice. And, that's so important to get a look during the week to get you ready. So who is our offensive coal cracker of the year for ET Trophy?
Sophomore Hudson Clues.
Okay.
And we went the scout team route with both of these guys. And the reason being is it's really difficult for these young kids. They come out on a Monday and they battle in a JV game for 40 minutes. And they're physically tired and beaten up. They come back out for Tuesday, which we all know, anybody that's played football and understand Tuesday's a grind,
yeah.
Wednesday's a grind. They come back Tuesday and they go every single snap of practice. Every single snap of inside drill, Hudson Clues carries the ball. He gets beat up all week long. All right, and he runs the football, and he's out there running 7-on-7 stuff in Skelly. And physically, it's hard for those kids. And then they come back and they go through the grind of school, and they're doing the whole thing again on Wednesday. So those kids are guys that really showed a lot of mettle throughout the course of the season. And our sophomore offensive recipient is number 18, running back, free safety, Hudson Clues.
And defensively, who are we giving that award to this year?
Freshman Gino Joy. Offensive guard, defensive lineman, type player. Young kid, works hard in the weight room, extremely tough and physical. lines up against our best offensive linemen every day. You know, plays against Kessler and Accardi almost every day. They beat him up, where he's going to the other side of Jacoby Hay and Cole Cesare, giving up a lot of weight, but he competes every single day. He battles, he rushes the passer, he gives us a great look, he takes on double teams. He really plays every Tuesday and Wednesday like it's a football game. An inside drill. When I say inside drill, we're running, 16, 18 plays of inside drill, and then he comes back in team, we're running another 20, 22 plays a team. So for 40 plays every single day after playing a JV game both ways, he comes out and battles on the defensive front. And they're two young guys with bright futures in the program. They proved that this year. They turned the corner. They're going to be guys that are going to play for us next year in some capacity and the year after. And Gino's only a freshman. He's only a pup. But there are a couple other guys who could have, obviously, received this award as well. But those two guys we felt really came to the forefront this year and really worked hard every day to get our offense and defense better.
And I have a special place in my heart for those type of players because, I look back at the teams I was on, Beasley, Yarnell, rest in peace. He was one of those guys, he was 120 pounds, 130 pounds, but just captured the spirit of football, Pottsville football. And without those guys, a team doesn't exist. Hudson, we want to present you with the ET Trophy Cole Cracker Offensive Player of the Year. And again, this embodies a practice player who makes no excuses, who comes up every day and is ready to put in work, punch in the time card, and you are incredibly valuable to the team, and we can't thank you enough, and you guys are what makes the team go, so thank you.
You don't understand how much I appreciate it. This is awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And we're going to get your name on it and everything, and then you'll put that on the mantle.
All right.
And you could tell Max to take a hike for a couple weeks. Gino, do you know why you're here right now?
No clue.
No clue. Okay. Gino, before you came out, we had announced earlier in the year that we're going to give away, sponsored by ET Trophy Shop, it's the Cole Cracker of the Year. We were going to give one out on offense and defense, and that is someone who embodies the coal miner attitude of going in the trenches every day, just clocking in and clocking out, no excuses, no complaining, and someone who really captures the spirit of Pottsville football in general. And you are the recipient this year, so we can't thank you enough for just giving it 100% every day. I knew you had the award because when you came out, you were running in between the white lines. Yeah, you don't walk on this field. Yeah. So thank you. That's awesome. It's something I hope that you're going to cherish here, and you could be proud that you're a no-nonsense guy and who just does the right thing.
Thank you.
So congratulations.
Thank you.
And we're going to get your name on it and everything.
All right. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's awesome.